Hello guys, welcome back to the Red Devil Stand with all the latest Manchester United news and transfer news. Well, I know that this is a odd time for me to be getting live, but the thing is that I couldn't, suppress myself from doing a live session of that. It will not be a large, a huge video, it will be a small one. But yeah, I would want to cover, I do not want it to miss the opportunity to cover this kind of news. It's crazy. It's absolutely a crazy world out there, man. It's MBAPPE. We have known the one who are not aware of that. I must say that yeah, officially PSG have put Kylian MBAPPE on the transfer market and they have received one humongous offer. It is from Al Hilal. They have offered 300 million for Kylian MBAPPE, and that is I don't know, man. That is ridiculous. 300 million. We have all knew that PSG have out and openly said that 150 million euro deal could have sealed Kylian Mbappe. So yeah, I guess what Al Hilal have offered, it's ridiculous, man. It's 300 million, and he will be getting 700 million himself. So potentially he would be making 20 pound per second. Let that sink in. If he joins Al Hilal, he would be making 20 pounds per second. That is the kind of deal they have proposed to PSG for Kylian Mbappe, man. That is crazy. That is absolutely crazy, man. And there are some news coming out. As this is a news show, I will talk about that. I am not saying that it will happen. It will absolutely happen. But some legitimate sources have come out. Sky Sports UK, Sky Sports Germany, and also, Ben Jacobs. We have just talked about Ben Jacobs, right? Quite a few while ago. I have seen your comments are coming. I will get into that. We were in our last session, we were talking about how good Ben Jacobs is, and there are also coming out from Duncan Castle as well. And what Sky Sports is saying, Chelsea, Man United, Barcelona are all interested in signing Kylian Mbappe. More than 5 clubs contacted PSG this weekend about signing Mbappe. Al Hilal have offered 300 million euro. Salary could be around 700 million a year. Oh my God, I mean, what the hell, man? What the hell? Seriously, what the hell, man? Ben Jacobs is saying a number of other clubs have expressed interest in Mbappe alongside Al Hilal. It's understood Man United, Spurs, Inter Milan, and even Barcelona have all been in touch with PSG. Some discussions includes a player swap. What player we can possibly give to, PSG so that they will be willing to give us Mbappe? I guess we would have to give all of our deadwoods, including our superstar Rashford as well. And that will only make them maybe that will make them, send us Mbappe to Manchester United. Other than that, I do not see that happening, man. If you ask me, the newses are legitimate, the newses that are coming, those I always quote that where I am getting the news from. So yeah, I am not making this up. But the thing is that if you ask me, will it happen? Absolutely not, man. I do not see this happening. I do not want to demoralize you guys, but I absolutely do not see this happening. If you ask my honest opinion, if I'm being honest, I do not think Mbappe will come to Manchester United. And you know what? This kind of sources proves one thing though. These kind of sources, the sources that's been coming out regarding Manchester United being linked with Kylian Mbappe, just shows you there is absolutely no financial fair play. If there was, where is it right now? Why are we getting linked with Mbappe? Where are we getting those money? Where was this money when we needed those in time? So yeah, man, there are lots of questions that will arise from Kylian Mbappe. रोहित is saying भाई समझ गया जब भी चैनल का notification है. Yeah, man, yeah. This is hot topic. I didn't want to miss on that. Mbappe will never join United, and as United fans, we must quickly realize this is not realistic in millions of years. Absolutely, man, absolutely. This could be rumors, but as I have said, journalists like Ben Jacobs is also saying that. Sky Sports UK have said that. Sky Sports Germany have said that. So yeah, there are a lot of sources. And what Duncan Castle have said, he said PSG have received an inquiry from Man United for Mbappe, and he have only covered for Manchester United. He didn't mention any other club. There is one imposter, though, I must say. What are Spurs doing there? You know, what are in what planet, in what universe, in what dimension does Spurs have a chance? I know I am being a bit cocky as a Manchester United fan, but yeah, how on earth, you know, Spurs signed Kylian Mbappe? That would be the end of football, man. If Spurs get hold of Mbappe, who are not even in the Champions League, I mean, what is happening? This transfer market is getting crazier each passing day. Shivan is saying, where will he keep all those money? I don't know, man. I don't know. The amount is astonishing, and believe me, you guys have seen me in my previous episodes, in our previous shows, couple of weeks ago, I guess I have mentioned this, that yeah, I have defended Saudi Arabia when it came to this transfer market. Yeah, why couldn't they buy some players with, you know, with spending a lot of money? If Manchester United can do that, City can do that, Arsenal can do that, if clubs from La Liga, if clubs from Bundesliga, if clubs from, you know, Serie A, all of those clubs can spend huge amount of money on a player. So why can't Saudi Arabia does that? You know, do that. But if they really get this deal done with Mbappe, it would be official. They have just spoiled the football market. They have just spoiled the football market for the coming years. Believe me or not. I have been supporting Saudi Arabia for their growth in football. But if this is the deal they pull with Mbappe, that's absolute shame, man. That is absolute shame. I know there is no financial fair play internationally, so those rules won't be applied for a club like Al Hilal. But what the hell, man? Why would you pay 300 million and give him 700 million for a year? I mean, 1 billion on one, and they, you know, they are willing to let go of Mbappe just after 1 year. So they will be spending all those money for 1 year, and then they will let him go to join Real Madrid. The way, what you know, PSG are suspecting, that he will join Real Madrid for free in the next summer. And they will let that happen, Al Hilal. So they will essentially pay 1 billion for Mbappe for 1 year. I mean, I can't even fathom the news, man. I can't even fathom it, believe me. Rishabh is saying, we mostly don't want him. He's one of the best skilled players with the worst narcissistic attitude. It will always go against our philosophy of club being more important than any individual. Absolutely, man. We all know what comes with Mbappe. If not the best, he is definitely one of the best in the world. Definitely he is one of the best in the world. But the way he conducts himself, he should have joined Real Madrid in the last year. He should have done that. He stayed in PSG for the money. No matter what he says, no matter what his mother says, no matter what his agent or whatever, whoever say anything, they will not convince me that he stayed in PSG because of football. Absolutely not. He stayed in PSG because of money. And even if he leaves PSG, I'm pretty sure the money will, you know, play a huge role on that. We can see Mbappe playing on that Saudi Arabian league. We will see what happened, man. PSG have accepted enough of his tantrums only because they are PSG. Here nobody will buy this ego. Absolutely, sure. You're absolutely spot on, man. Eric is saying, give them Martial plus Sancho plus 100 million. Want to see this first 11. Onana, Bissaka, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, Casemiro, Amrabat, Bruno, Mount, Mbappe, Rashford. We all know, man, it would be a dream team, you know, in front if we have Mbappe and Rashford together. It would be dream come true. But if you ask my honest opinion, I know we are getting linked with him. Some really potential good reporters are reporting that news, but I still cannot believe this, man. I absolutely will not believe this until and unless that happens. This is hilarious, but if only Mbappe wants to stay at Europe and also feels to play for Manchester United, maybe the deal will be accepted. Besides, is not John Marta's problem. It's Glazers who caused all this. If they should have announced the right bidder, maybe we wouldn't have given jersey number 7 to Mount. Mbappe would have been our first signing. See, man, the thing is that you can see it two-way from Manchester United perspective. As a Manchester United fan, we can have our, you know, both-way perspective. And the number one perspective is, yeah, that the Glazers have been lying about the money all along, which is absolutely true. It doesn't matter if they buy Mbappe or not. They are lying about that financial fair play bullshit. So, yeah. They have been feeding the UK journalists with their financial fair play from the very beginning of our transfer market. Let's not forget that. So I do not know where this money will be coming from for Kylian Mbappe. And number two is, it can happen if they get, if they really sell the club to Sheikh Jassim. I know it's a far-reaching logic. It's way out of anybody's league, but that could be one of the reasons. I do not know, man. You know as much as I know it, especially in this situation. Believe me, I just made this live because I do wanted to interact with you guys. That how are you guys feeling about that? Manindo is saying he's not going anywhere apart from Madrid next year. He doesn't need to move on. 1 year left in his contract. He's got PSG by the short and curls. See, the thing is that if he really do not want to move anywhere, and PSG will not be able to sell him without his consent, that is for sure. They can't just put him on gunpoint and say, sign the contract. That is not going to happen. So yeah, man, if really Mbappe thinks that he can drive this out, believe me, he will waste 1 year. PSG will give him not a single minute of game time. They will make sure of that. They will absolutely make sure of that. And I do not think, he would be able to stay in PSG in this year. We will see him let him go, whether it's Al Hilal, whether it's Real Madrid, whether it's Manchester United, certainly not Spurs. I'm pretty sure of that at the very least. I know it's really, we have had a huge odd against us to signing Kylian Mbappe, but it's better than Spurs. I'm pretty sure of that. Steve is saying, all the matches TNX tried that formation, we had a hard time creating chances, especially United versus City FA Cup final. It never works out because Bruno creates chances from our midfield and he's basically nerfed on the wing. Yeah, man, absolutely. See, do I want Kylian Mbappe in my club? I know he has some issues, but we also have to take that account that PSG didn't handle him properly. The way a player should have been handled, they didn't do that. So you can't just put all the blame to Mbappe. He is a young lad. He's still a very young lad. So yeah, man, he will act, as a spoiled brat. If he is getting spoiled by everyone around him. So I just can't put the full blame to Mbappe for being a brat. So yeah, I know he can be a brat. He can be a bit narcissistic. But the thing is that PSG fueled that attitude. Let's not kid with that. PSG have fueled that attitude. So yeah, if you ask me, do I want Kylian Mbappe in our team, in our beloved Manchester United? Absolutely, man. Do you think that we will be able to sign Kylian Mbappe? Absolutely not, man. So yeah, this is my point of view on this particular subject, man. Ogni is saying, "Our class is Mbappe class." No kidding, man. No kidding. Let's do this swap once and for all. If we are to sell Greenwood plus 100 million, we'll do the deal for Mbappe. I don't know, man. I don't know what should be enough. Al Hilal is offering near 1 billion for Mbappe for 1 year. Let that sink in. I mean, that is astonishing. That is stupid. That is humongous. That is so many things at the same time. I don't know how to process that bid. Believe me. If really Mbappe decides to play 1 year in Saudi Arabia, he knows that, he can join Real Madrid the very next year. So, playing 1 year with players like Ronaldo, Di Maria, there are some good players have already gone there. So, it's not like that he will be the only one over there. He will get some support as well. If it happens, believe me or not, officially, football market, the transfer market will get spoiled in the coming years. That will absolutely happen, man. And I will not forgive Saudi Arabia for doing that shit, for pulling this shit, man. It is absolutely stupid. It's outrageous, man. Make we leave this guy matter by KYLIAN and Amrabat. I forget, hope if to say no Qatar owners. Yeah, man. Board better focus on KYLIAN. I am pretty sure, Adam, that the board is focusing on KYLIAN. They are not, thinking about Mbappe. I'm sure they're not thinking about Mbappe, especially not right now. I'm pretty sure that Mbappe deal could be like, that Harry Kane deal. It will drag on and on and on until the last second of transfer market. I guess that will be the case with Mbappe as well. So yeah, man. Devoshi is saying, All these are rumors. Mbappe only wants Madrid. What's the use of signing player who has already agreed deal with Madrid? See, Deborsi, he haven't agreed any deal with Madrid. If they have any kind of deal that is a verbal deal does not put any kind of importance in real world. I can say you something and can just deny it the next day. It can happen, as we are all seeing after all that drama. It's not like that the Mbappe drama have just started. It's been going on for the past few weeks, I guess, and we haven't had a single quote from Real Madrid. So yeah, I don't know what Real Madrid is planning. I guess they are also waiting it out. They are also waiting to see if Mbappe can able to stay at PSG for another year, and then they will go out and sign him for free. And that is really, I do not think that is also very ethical from Real Madrid point of view and from also Mbappe's point of view, man. To be very honest, it's as unethical as it is with Al Hilal. They paying 1 billion and Real Madrid making a verbal deal, not respecting PSG, that is also same level of criminal activity, I must say. It is criminal to be paying 1 billion for a player. It is also very criminal that you cannot have a verbal conditions discussed when he is already on someone's paycheck. Especially if his contract is not getting ended this particular year. If this was the case, then it would have just been fine. But Real Madrid knew that he has signed 2-year contract. You cannot have a verbal agreement with a guy, and it does not have any value. If I'm leaving all that stuff, the only thing that matters, the validity of a verbal deal, it does not count, man. So yeah, he has no deal with Real Madrid as of now. Jashan is saying Rashford, Martial, Fred, McTominay and Sancho plus 100 million. Yeah, let's just give them every one of them. Let's give them Mount and Onana as well. I don't know, man. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. If you ask me, it just doesn't make sense. I do not know how we will pull that Mbappe deal. If it comes to that situation, we will know. But at this point, right now, as it stands right now, I see no future with Mbappe and Manchester United, man. If I'm being honest with you guys, I don't know why I just find myself laughing loud. Oviru, you are absolutely right, man. I was laughing. I was confused. I was frustrated. I was a bit, I don't know, there was a mixed feeling when I heard all those news. I mean, what is happening? We were just talking about KYLIAN and Kane, and out of nowhere, Mbappe just popped up, man, in Manchester United, transfer market. I mean, what the hell? I mean, seriously, man. Rahul is saying going for Mbappe is not necessary at all. This is very funny. He can't pay that amount, consider his salary also. All these are fake rumors. No, Rahul, we can pay. Believe me, when it comes to the money, we have that much money. Believe me or not. Let not the Glazers fool you. We have the money. Financial fair play does not matter, as I have said so many times. Please believe me, guys. Financial fair play is there, but it does not matter. It absolutely does not matter. So yeah, we have the money. We can make that deal happen, but I do not think that he would like to join Manchester United, and I do not think that we will, as keeping in mind that the Glazers is our owner, still they are our owner, I do not think that they would be willing to spend all that of money. They have that money, but I don't think they would be willing to spend that. Can Man U afford that huge amount of money at this stage? Yeah, man. Yeah, at any stage. Believe me, Manchester United have just put a projectile of our upcoming finance year. And the way they have put it, it's 647 million pounds we will make out of Manchester United. And that is the profit. That is not what Manchester United will make. Manchester United will make more than $1 billion. The profit would be around 640 to 647 million. So yeah, man, obviously we have money. Believe me or not, we have a lot of that. It's just that we have got a shitty owner, that's why we can't spend on anyone. Man United interested in Kylian Mbappe should be one of the best transfer jokes this week. It could be, man. It is a joke. I must say, it is an absolute joke, man. But the only reason I am live right now speaking about this to you guys is because, journalists like Duncan Castle, journalists like Ben Jacobs, sports channel like Sky Sports, those are all confirming this news that, yeah, all these clubs have been linked with PSG for Kylian Mbappe, man. That is the main reason I am live right now, believe me. And the Mbappe saga wouldn't have been complete if interested monitoring and targeting FC United name is not included. Good joke, Pulbaya. Absolutely good joke, man. I mean, seriously. We get linked with every other player. Believe me, if there are some rumors that, that Napoli is willing to sell Victor Osimhen as well, I'm pretty sure Manchester United will get linked with that news as well. I'm pretty sure of that. Prashanjit is saying, it's not news to a big club like United. It's just obvious for United to sign a player like Mbappe. Believe me, Prashanjit, all of you guys who are online right now and watching this, what Prashanjit have just said is absolutely brilliant, is absolutely spot on. That is exactly what our mentality should be as a Manchester United fan. The only reason we are getting shocked by getting linked with a player like Kylian Mbappe is because we know how incompetent our owner are, how incompetent our negotiators are, and we have got quite accustomed with that policy. That is the main reason we are getting shocked by getting linked with Kylian Mbappe, man. Believe me or not. Adam is saying interested, but they can't buy him if the Glazers are still owning the club. Absolutely, man. I do not think they have the money, but they will not spend the money. He's already demonstrated a stinking attitude and a focus on greed. No thanks. He'll go to Madrid and cause them no end of problems. It can happen, man. As I've said, see, does Kylian Mbappe have some personal problems, have personal attitude issues? Absolutely, he have. But the thing is that PSG have built that attitude over the years. PSG have done that. They let him do whatever he wanted. So if someone spoil a brat of such a young age, from such a young age, obviously he will get a bit narcissistic, man. I am not saying that all the blame is to go to PSG. No, they are both equally to be blamed for what Kylian Mbappe has become. So yeah, man. Rohit is saying the funniest thing is if we had Qatar by now, we would have had Mbappe quite easily. This is why we need Qatar. Maybe, man. As I've said, there are two ways to look at this situation. That maybe Glazers will spend that money so that he comes in the good book of Manchester United fans if they decide to stay, so that there is no protest and all that stuff. So to stop that from happening, they may sign Kylian Mbappe, or maybe they already know that they are going to sell to Qatar, and Qatar can come in and buy Kylian Mbappe as well. So those are both visions we can have, man. Purva is saying he's on train and he's returning home. Absolutely, man. Man, travel safely, reach home safely, man. You do not have to type anything. I am here to talk with you guys, and I have talked with you guys. I will stop the show now, but I will come live at 11 p.m. and we will talk out all of the situations, man. Whether it's Mbappe, there are some news coming out regarding Amrabat and KYLIAN, some latest news. I will get into that, but not in this session. I do want to, put a bit of more research on that particular subject. So I will come live on 11 p.m. show, guys. I will see you there. Until then, goodbye, take care. Yeah, Rohit, I will come live at 9. So yeah, man, let's just have a chat on that time, okay? Until then, goodbye, guys, and take care.